John Kinsella used to employ 30 people at his firm based in Carlisle. They make catalogues and brochures for events and theatres, but as business dried up, he had to lay off half his workforce.
So we've had to let people go from event guides, and we've had to let some really talented people go. What we're looking for at the moment is not about what's already happened, which is devastating already, but how do we get back to work? And that is down to the government to issue some notice in terms of a restart date.
Throughout the pandemic, we've been told by politicians and businesses that as well as fighting a public health crisis, we'll have to tackle an economic one too. Today we got a glimpse of just what that means for jobs, and the figures make for grim reading. Between March and June in Cumbria, the number of people seeking work rose by more than 100%, totalling 14,065 people, up by 7,130 people. There was a slight improvement between May and June, but it's thought that could be down to some furloughed workers who were claiming top-up benefits, returning to work, rather than people finding new employment. That dismal news isn't filling many with confidence. The expectation from Cumbria's Chamber of Commerce is that almost a third of businesses will cut jobs in the next 3 months.
Now, a lot of those people at the moment will be on the furlough scheme. They'll be at home being paid effectively by the government. Now, that scheme starts to wind down next month and it ends in October. And the concern is that a lot of those people will lose their jobs as the furlough support is withdrawn.
In the south of Scotland, between March and June, the number of people seeking work rose by almost 80%. That's 3,835 people, totalling 8,660 unemployed. Callum is 21 and only avoided being part of those statistics by getting a job as a supermarket delivery driver in Dumfries. He's used to navigating the skies with his commercial pilot's licence, but now admits the chances he'll land his dream job are low.
About February time-ish is when I finished my course, and it started off a couple of weeks after that. Sadly, Flybe went under, and then sort of the downturn of the industry after that as airlines stopped flying and passengers stopped sort of going on holiday, and it's not ideal to say the least.
The knock-on effect of so many more people not receiving an income is felt in places like this most. This food bank in Carlisle has been welcoming more and more users since the start of the pandemic, and they're only expecting things to get worse.
Stop looking at statistics as just a percentage and actually just realise that there's the living and breathing people and kids behind those numbers, and there will be people that live next door to you, people that you work with, people that you just pass on the street. You know, everybody is just in the same position at the minute.
Economists say the full effect coronavirus will have on employment won't be felt until the end of the furlough scheme in October. But despite today's grim snapshot of the labour market, it is that very scheme that they say means things aren't a lot worse. Lewis Warner, ITV News.